What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Elevator Life.
Guys, welcome back to The Elevator Life. First episode of 2013, and we could not be more excited.
Yeah, I was excited last year, but I'm even more excited this year, and it literally compounded for me. I can't tell you. Everybody has that, oh, this is going to be the year, and, you know, it gets bigger and better, but for us, it's definitely looking that way already, and it's only a couple days into the year.
That's a cool feeling to have, you know, being so excited about the time that's placed in front of you. Little sum up, last year around this time we were just getting our wine business off the ground.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about the second year really in operations. This will be, we haven't even reached a year on the Elevator Life, but this will be, we'll be going into the second year in 2013 on the Elevator Life. We've got big expectations there. We've got big expectations in pretty much all aspects of our lives. Yeah, and so exactly. 2013, we're really excited to talk about it. We're really excited to not only talk about our business, but the Elevator Life, what we can provide as value here to everyone that's listening. So let's get into it. Today we're going to be talking about our personal resolutions, New Year's resolutions, what we're going to be focused on and what we want to achieve in 2013. We're also going to be talking about our business resolutions and where we want our businesses to take us.
Those will be fun to talk about.
Where we want to go this year. And we're going to be talking about resolutions.
Most importantly for you guys,
what we're going to try and achieve on this website. So let's get into it.
Yeah. Real quick recap too also, just got back from the States a couple days ago. Was in town with our wine distributor. Trip went very, very well, which we'll update you guys on probably in later episode. And yeah, good to be back in Guangzhou, but yeah, really very successful trip, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, let's jump into them.
Okay guys, first one, I've been talking about this for like the past few months really.
Yeah.
I'm calling this the year of execution. 2013 is really just going to be all about executing. We started a lot of businesses in 2012. They went very, very well.
Yeah.
You know, part of the problem is you start a business, but you know, I guess the way I want to talk about this is to be overall more encompassing in our businesses. There's always more you can do, and it really comes down to once you know the business model is working, once we've seen that our wine business model is working, it really comes down to execution. Do more of the small things, you know, because those are really the things that take you to the next level. Yeah. And so it's like, okay, we launched a business, we were able to see some growth, and then we were still kind of doing other stuff, you know, doing a little sourcing, doing a little of this, when it's really what I want to be doing in 2013 is focused on that business, executing that business. It works, and so I want to make it the best.
Yeah, those little things he talks about that, you know, you paid so much attention to when it started, and you start to leave out because, oh, I don't need to spend the time or the hours. Those things are what, you know, secure or make sure that growth is, you know, certainly always going to be there.
Exactly. And in the first year of business, you know, there's always a lot of time spent tossing around new ideas, tossing around, oh, how should we do this? There's a lot of time learning, huge learning curves. There's a lot of time spent, months spent learning the import process, trying to build up a network, all that kind of stuff. But now that kind of stuff's kind of built. And so it really comes down to growth and execution. And really, when you find something that's working, how can you make it the best? How can you bring that to the next level? And so a lot of this year for us is going to be focused on growth and managing it. You know, a lot of that's going to be delegating tasks, setting up the system, setting up processes. Those guys over at the Tropical MBA just always talk about that, setting up processes for your employees. And that's what we're going to be focused on a lot. That's our first resolution. This is the year of execution. We know where we are. We know what we're doing in our business. Now it's time to follow through and make it really go boom.
Yep, exactly. That was said perfectly.
Yeah. So that's it. First one, year of execution. Really, and when I'm saying that to everyone else, it means if you're doing something and you know it's gonna, you know, you had some good feedback, it's working, wheels are turning a little bit. Yeah, it's time to strap in and take it to the next level.
Pedaling harder, pushing harder, because that means, okay, you have momentum, and I just don't kind of let it, you know, okay, push it by, push it, no. Get full force behind that thing. Push that idea.
Everything really comes down to execution.
Yeah.
Everything is all about execution, but it, of course, is the hardest. It's the most tedious. It comes down to all the small things. Yeah. Doing all the small things, being there, always on task, always doing that, day in, day out.
What to say, day in, day out.
Yeah, day in, day out. Execution, that's the hardest part, and anyone that's listening will know that.
Yeah. Number 2 is be more open to suggestions and criticism. I always talk to Tim about this a lot because I think a lot of entrepreneurs deal with it is if you're building it and you have this vision and this idea and you see it, it's your baby, if you will. You don't like really hearing from other people, this might not work, this isn't a good idea, maybe you should do it this way, because if you've seen success the way you're doing it, then you're going to think, no, this is how you're supposed to do it, this is how it's done, I know, I've done it. A lot of other people, have built a lot of successful businesses, even in our related fields, and mentors even, and even peers. They'll give us advice, and I know sometimes we don't like to hear it all that much, or maybe we think we know better. But of course, you always have to be open. And be more open-minded, because there's always someone out there who knows more than you, or is a little bit smarter than you, and you always have to be open to their suggestions, because if you're not, you might miss out on a great opportunity. I think the most important thing about being a smart entrepreneur is always be able to take suggestions, be open to learning. That's how you're a great leader. That's how you really win, is just say, okay, like, I have my ideas, and appreciate and at least respect their ideas.
Yeah, I really like this one, especially I hope it hits home with a lot of the entrepreneurs that are listening, because everyone knows that most entrepreneurs that are getting into the game, very confident people, especially when they're starting out, especially guys like us, your confidence level is through the roof, you're running with it, you think you know what's going on. And so this, it's really the next step, is trying to take a step back and realize, okay, let's just learn from the other people that have done it, let's hear what they have to say, and let's use that knowledge plus our energy plus our confidence to take it to the next level.
Yeah, and yet you always have to understand, it's not an attack on you when people are giving you criticism or something. It's more just the business. Maybe they think there's something wrong with the business, but because you built it, you always can see that as a personal attack. So that's why you get defensive. But lower that defense mechanism and just be open to what they have to say. I mean, Tim will say stuff to me, I'll say stuff to Tim, and we're used to it. I mean, sometimes we'll still get butt heads a little bit, but I mean, other than that, that's just part of doing business. And at the end of the day, you just have to make sure you're making the best decision for the business.
Definitely, and I like what he said there. Anyone that's worked with partners or anything, obviously there's going to be some button heads, and I like that, because it's you're both passionate about something. Yeah. So that's a good sign. But yeah, really, just being able to take criticism is huge in any business that you're starting, especially criticism from the people around you and from your customers are going to tell you what your business should be focusing on, what you guys should be doing. And so that's really a good one, and kind of in the department of growth as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, definitely.
Next one, remain focused. This really relates to discipline, especially here on the ground in China. We had a lot of experience with this year, because it was the first year of our business, and it was a lot of time spent developing the beginning, importing process, getting the wineries, getting those contacts built up, contracts signed, all that kind of stuff. It was easy to kind of get swayed by big opportunities that would come your way, and they always will, especially where we are now. They're going to be coming more often. There's going to be people always calling, always wanting to do business, always going, hey, you should look at this company, you should look at this company, you should be doing this. Or we already just got one, about how about you guys come do this for me? I know your wine's going well, but this might do better. And so really what I want to focus on in 2013 is discipline and focus. This kind of relates to my first one that I said it's a year of execution, but it also, you need to be disciplined, because those things are going to keep coming. You're going to keep getting more opportunities. That's going to keep happening. But our goal in 2013 is to stay focused with what we built and take it to the next level. And that's it. Don't let any of those guys that are whispering in your ear, or any of the maybe, oh God, this could be bigger ideas grasp, because once this is built, then it will be time to move on. Once we're satisfied with where our wine business is, then it will be time to move on. But we're not. We're not. We want to go way bigger with it. And so what we're, and that's a lot of things that we learned last year. We want to go way bigger with it, so let's do that. Okay? 100%. Let's not have it be average and then try and do some other stuff. We're going to kill it and then look to move on. Okay?
And what he said, too, about opportunities still coming and coming, it's going to happen more and more the bigger we get as well, because people are going to recognize, there's pretty much, they're proven. So then let's see how I can leverage them as well to, be part of what I'm doing. And we wrote a big 3-part post about some of the big opportunities we had to step away from, and this that's a good example of it, getting distracted for a couple weeks, nearly a couple months worth of time trying to handle these businesses, set up these new opportunities that we were just distracted by
when you already have a business that you should be strictly doing.
Yeah, exactly. It was just stay focused, keep your eyes on the prize if something's working, and patience, because it will get there if you do what he said. Year of execution. Stay motivated, stay focused.
And it's so true too. That's why this is on our resolutions list, because we know it's going to be difficult. The guys that we're kind of mentioning, approaching you and stuff, those are the bigger guys here in China, and so it's going to be even harder because it's going to be more enticing kind of options this year. And so, but we're just, that's one of our resolutions: stick to our path. We know where we want to go, and that's what we want to do.
Yep, exactly. Next one for us: rest more consistently. This is simply because being an entrepreneur.
More this guy.
Yeah, more me.
I like to sleep.
He likes, being an entrepreneur, there's no set schedule, and that's a gift and a curse. Even we were up till midnight last night or so, just shooting the stuff about some ideas and maybe what we're going to be up to tomorrow, and then we're up at 6 this morning as well. And for me, like Tim said, I like to. I'm always up very, very late, and always up relatively early. And then after about 10 days to 2 weeks, my body will just, be like, okay, this day is going to be all sleep kind of thing. Or maybe for 2-3 days, I'll just be kind of not where I should be mentally. And that's because I'm tired. So I just need to get better, more consistent, longer hours of sleep. Again, our schedule is kind of unreliable, but I mean, that comes with the job, I guess. So my goal for me especially is get longer nights of sleep, more rest, so in a day in, day out, I'll be I guess more consistent. This guys is what I'm looking for.
It's really funny, guys, because his main problem is he can't really go to sleep. Like, he'll just still be doing stuff on the computer, and so he'll just find it'll be 4 a.m. and he'll still try and get up early, and so after a few days of doing that, he's just like and that's really the problem. So it's really important, and it comes down to a health thing, and it also comes down to a productivity thing. It's not all about how many hours you're up and looking at the computer and trying to work. It's about how productive you are during those times you're doing it. I was listening the other day to Startups for the Rest of Us, and they talked about this a little bit too. It's with an entrepreneur schedule, it's all about finding the balance of where you're most productive. It's not about finding the amount of time that you put in. It's about maximizing the productivity that you're working.
Exactly.
So that could be 4 hours. If those are the most hours that you can work, and after that you're really not that effective, there's no point for you to be doing a lot of work.
100%.
Just because you're sitting in front of the computer screen doesn't mean you're working.
Exactly.
And so that's really a productivity one, and I like it.
I mean, it's been like spend an hour on emails that when 8:30 or 9 in the morning would take me 15 minutes. But it's like that late, I'll finish these now and then I'll go to bed kind of thing. It's like, no, just get the sleep, then wake up, be fresh. That's just when you work more on.
Exactly, yeah. Next. Rest more consistently, that's what you said. Okay, this is my favorite one, guys. I came up with this kind of last week because we started in our wine business doing new wine dinners. With big corporate clients, the biggest clients we've ever really sat down with. And it was kind of nerve-wracking, the first one. It's like, how is this going to go? What's going on? I don't really know what I'm doing. And the idea that I've been tossing around a lot is nerves. If you're nervous about doing something, more often than not, it's something that you should be doing. And that's really the truth about anything. If you're nervous about doing something, do it. Because what we found out, we held 3 of those dinners so far in the last few weeks, and now we're good at them. You just go do it. And one of those things that I really want to talk about this year, if it's even an awkward situation, I think an awkward situation is a good way to talk about it. If there's an awkward situation, it's something that you should be handling. So maybe you say, or some guy in your business is calling and you don't really want to handle it right now. Maybe you're like, oh, I'll push it off later. No. It's something that you should handle now. And it's a lot about, kind of, in my opinion, integrity. We all know the feeling when,
oh no.
you get a phone call, you're like, maybe I'll handle that some other time. But when you're doing it to someone that you really need to pick up and they're doing it and they're doing it, it's like, man, if you say no to this, it's fine.
Right.
but I just need to know right now.
I just need an answer.
I need an answer. And so that a lot of comes down to an awkward situation, a nervous situation. That's something that I want to do in that minute, in that moment. I don't want to be pushing it off because I know I get frustrated when someone pushes you off. That kind of situation, I want it handled.
Yeah.
And that's really something I'm going to focus a lot on this year is, okay, I don't really feel like doing this. I don't want to go there. Okay, that means I should go there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to pick up this phone call. That means I should pick up this phone call. Okay, that kind of stuff. There's a difference, obviously, between that kind of stuff and then stuff like a friend calling and you're like, oh, you know, I can't really hang out right now.
So situations that will make you a little bit uncomfortable, you just take it.
But a lot of people don't like saying, oh, I can't hang out right now. And that's part of the resolution is I want to pick up the phone and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't hang out right now.
Yeah.
You know, none of this getting on the boot because it might feel uncomfortable. I want to do the uncomfortable. And that's my last one is I want to do the uncomfortable. I want to do what makes you nervous. I want to do what the awkward situation, you know, usually makes you not do.
That's a good skill to build. I mean, what Nike says, just do it. Tim Ferriss talks about this in his books.
Yeah.
And it's just, no matter how much you hear it, it's still kind of, you know, still gets your nerves a little bit. But I mean, the least amount that this can touch your nerves, the better.
Yep, exactly. And so those are the ones I'm focusing on. Yeah.
Yeah, cliff jumping for you coming up pretty soon, right? Taking off. Lastly, for me, actually for us rather, follow through. This remains to, you know, dedication. This talks about execution. It kind of relates back. Sorry, it relates. And you just have to follow through on things. Sean Ogle, who's going to be here next week.
More with context though, right?
Yeah. But yeah, he'll be here next week, and he gave me a shout out on his blog, I think 2 years ago, about always following through on things, always being in contact, keeping in touch, making sure, you know, I'm always there on time, or, you know, we're always responding to people as we should be. Obviously last year we got a lot busier, and then a lot of people kind of fell through the cracks. Sorry if you're one of them. And we just can't have that. That's bad business. You should always be consistent. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. And if this person, you know, you promise something or you need to be somewhere, you be there. It's just, you figure out a way to do it. Just no excuses, follow through, make happen what needs to happen.
Great. Guys, so to wrap that up, those are kind of our personal 2013 resolutions. First off, it's the year of execution for us. We want to take our business to the next level. Second, be more open to suggestions and criticisms in both personal life and business. Remain focused and disciplined on our business, what it's doing. Don't let kind of the guys from the outside distract you at all. It's just all about discipline. Rest more. That really comes down to productivity levels.
Yeah.
Build up your nerves. Do what is awkward. Be nervous. It's okay to be nervous. That's probably what you should be doing. And follow through with your personal contacts. Not personal contacts, with contacts.
Yeah.
People hit you up, comments on this website, all about that. We want to be more consistent. It's all about follow through in 2013. And we're excited.
Yeah.
So moving on, guys, this will be a little bit quicker, but we wanted to talk a little bit about our business.
Yeah, definitely.
Seeing as 2012 was our first year in the wine business,
Good year.
2013 we've set a little goal. We want to double our volume.
Yeah.
Right?
100% growth.
So yeah, last year we did 2 containers into China, and that was exciting for us. That was extremely exciting. But we had bigger expectations, and so we want to at least double that volume in 2013, up to at least 4 containers coming from the States over to China.
Yeah. I mean, looking at our growth as a business, I think this is a fair goal. I don't think it's over ambitious by any means. I think we're gonna nail it.
Okay, moving on. Those were our personal 2013 resolutions, and we're gonna move on to our business ones and our elevator life ones for this website. So this will be a little more quicker, but we want to run through them.
Yes.
As we started our business in 2012, it was a good year.
Yeah, saw a lot of growth.
But 2013, like we said, it's all about execution. So last year we did 2 containers in our first year. That was exciting. That was really exciting for us. That was big volume. Not really what we thought we would even do.
Yeah.
But this next year we've got way higher expectations. It's a year of execution. And so we want to double that. We want to do at least 4 containers next year.
Yeah, I want to grow that by 100% at least. At least.
We think that's very doable, especially with the pace we're on now. So we're excited. We think that's a good goal. to do 100% growth this upcoming year in our wine business.
Very simply, our contacts and our network now, coupled with our, I guess, the amount that people know us or recognize us, and the niche market that we access better than most people, we're doing really well, and
it comes down to execution.
Exactly.
So we just got to do it, but we're excited. Next is we're going to launch and grow our online wine membership site. That's something that you've heard a little bit about here on yet. We still haven't launched it, so the case study's still coming.
Yeah.
But we've been working on it about the last 3 months, and we're excited about that. And so that resolution is to launch that website, really grow it, dedicate ourselves to that website, to making it work. There's a lot of aspects involved, and so we're excited. It's our first membership site, so there'll be a huge learning curve. Another reason why we need to focus on, those are our 2 main objectives for the year, that website and our wine business.
Yeah.
Doubling volume and launching the wine membership site.
Yeah, the wine membership site, we've seen this blueprint work before, and we're confident we can do something similar, but and equally successful here in China, which is very exciting when you look at the size of the market here. Overall, just can't wait to get that started. And then jump into number 3.
Well, I want to say something though. That website, the success of us is going to really come down to following our resolutions. Because a lot of it is going to be able to take criticism. What's working the website, what's not. Okay? Letting the customers tell us what they want on the website, what's working. Okay? Staying focused. We've got to stay focused on that website for it to work. We've got to execute the small things. Working with employees is going to be one of the hardest things on that website. And managing those. And so the success of that website this year is going to come down to our resolutions.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that.
Yeah, very true. But we're going to stick to them for sure.
Yep.
And number 3, finishing a book that we've started with Sean Ogle. That's really, really exciting book for all entrepreneurs out there. He's kind of handling the online entrepreneurship online world, and then we're handling the international entrepreneurship online world. And there's a lot of crossover on both ends, and from how we think to how we execute to how we do business. Very cool guy. He'll be here next week, as I think I said earlier. And yeah, we're really excited to finish that. But we need to stick to our resolutions again to do this book.
Exactly. Last year we got started in about the summertime. We started writing, and really on a limb. It was one of those, that's a really good idea. We've got really good messages if we can combine forces. Get that out to all the young entrepreneurs out there, exactly like us, who might be thinking about doing something. We got a really good message. Let's get that out there in a professional manner. Let's partner. Okay. About halfway through, it kind of fell apart, meaning we focused on other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And so this is the year of execution, so we're going to get that done here in hopefully the first quarter of this year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we're going to launch it, but we're excited about that. And finish the book.
We're certain all you guys will enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on to the most important thing, the Elevator Life resolutions for this year.
This is for you guys.
Couldn't be more excited. One of the main things, guys, as we did start this blog this year, it's amazing to go back and look at the videos we were putting out back then and the quality of the videos we're putting out now. The amount of growth that's happened. We've added the podcast feature. Yeah. We've just added a lot of stuff. We revamped the entire site. So we like where we're set. Now it's time to execute, take it to the next level. We're trying to get very Chuck on you guys, respond to everyone's email. Okay, consistency. Yeah. Meaning we're going to set up a schedule Tuesday and Thursday. Every week.
Yeah, exactly.
About noon p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, we just feel that the amount of love that we get from everybody, all the viewers out there, and the amount of feedback we get, and how much you really hear that we're helping people, then we think
we need to do more.
Yeah, it's most important for us to continue to help you guys, but even better than we did last year.
There you go. First one, consistency, guys. We're going to stick to that schedule. Last one, providing value. As 2012 was so busy, it was hard for us sometimes to schedule consultation with people, and that was too bad. And so we want to be more open. We want to provide more value. We're going to be more available to people, people that want consultations. We're going to focus more on that, providing the value that we've created over here in our niche, in our situation. We want to give that back to people. And so we will be sitting down with more people. We'll be taking more meetings, taking more consulting calls, which we're excited about.
Yeah, we always talked about how it's easy to respond to emails, or some Facebook comments or some tweets or things like that. Because it's a couple minutes here and there, maybe longer for a lengthier email. Mm-hmm. But these consultations calls, it's hard to get Tim and I together for an hour where we can both step away from something. But with all the interest that we've received so far, and all these people still trying to, we've seen people moving over, people about inquiring about these things, these tasks that they'd like us to do. We need to be there, and we should be there. So that's our goal.
Provide more value. The final one, guys, we're super excited about that. We're gonna execute this one as well. We're gonna start doing some coaching. We're gonna make that available. We've talked about it back and forth for probably 6 months. Never really knew if we would have time for it or how we would even structure it, but we're going to be doing that in the next week or so here. It's going to be at our discretion who we're going to be coaching, but we're going to be launching that this year. We're going to be helping people. They're going to have access to our network. They're going to have access to our experience, what we think will work here, if that is viable, sourcing help, all that kind of stuff. What should they do with their factories? They're going to have access to everything. Yeah. Really, we've created value over here in this market, and that's a difficult thing to do, and so we want to pass it on to as many people as possible. And that's really, I think, one of the ways we can best use our value is to, with people that are serious, people that really want to get into international entrepreneurship or really want to start sourcing here something, really want to start a business here, we're going to sit down and we're going to work with them week in, week out, and provide value.
Yeah, I think access to us and our network is more than enough to expedite your process exponentially.
Exactly, guys. Well, I think that's it for us.
Yep.
Welcome to 2013. We could not be more excited. This is a good year, guys. We're super obviously amped up about what's going to happen this year. Couldn't be more excited. I wish you guys, wherever you're at in the world, all the best of luck with what you want to accomplish this year.
Yeah, please also leave us some of your resolutions. We'd love to hear them. Reach out to us. As we always say, it's a new year. Don't be nervous. As Tim talked about, don't let the nerves get to you. We always respond. We're nice, and we're here to help. So, cheers to 2013, everybody.
Let's make it one that we won't forget.
Bye.
Later.